and good evening. I am your boy, the one, the only, Marqee of Soul out of Memphis, Tennessee. Good evening to you. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right this evening? Listen, I came on this thing tonight to talk about my words of the day. Talking aggressive or aggressively, but not cussing. Talking aggressively, but not cussing. I'm going to talk a little about me tonight, but I'm also going to talk about the subject. Now, me, the Marqee of Soul is saved, and I am a man of God. I'm a man of God, but if you push me, ain't no telling what kind of bag I'm going to come out of. I am saved, and I'm a man of God, but I wrote a shirt tonight, and I'm going to stand up so y'all can see it. What the shirt says. It says, holy enough to pray for you, hood enough to swing on you. Amen. That's what the shirt says. Now, I choose not to cuss as much. I'm one that don't like confrontation. I don't like problems. I don't like people to create problems and bring stuff to me. But what happens is, once it get to a level, and it's about the Marqee of Soul, I can go left real quick. And so can some of you. You can go left real quick. So, I'm trying to tell you my business, but not tell you my business. I had this particular friend, associate, and we come to find out that we just couldn't be associate a friend because some things that were said during my time of need of a friend. During my time of need of a friend, there were some things said and that were pressed around to not just one person, but to several people. So what happened was, once I got wind of it, during my time of need, my time of bereavement, when I was going through deeply, I got wind of it that somebody that I was very close with had been pushed around some stuff that was not real friendly. Now, it was said, and the reliable people that said it was said to them. I personally don't do that he said, she said stuff because it get out of hand real quick. And stayed. So when I got wind of it, I got home and I said, okay, well, I'm finna get on Facebook and clear it out. I'm finna face this here situation because it don't sound good. at all coming from who it was coming from. It don't sound good at all. So what I did was I got ready and I post a little thing. You know how I do before I do my words of the day. And before I could get off Facebook real good, the person called. So by this time, I'm hot. I'm like 38 hot. I'm talking about like real mad. I'm real mad. So I answered the phone. And when I answered the phone, I literally shot off bad. Because I felt that I was betrayed in the time that I needed somebody. I was betrayed during that time. I shot off bad, aggressively, real aggressive. But I did not cuss. Not one time did I cuss. That's because that's not my forte. I don't like to cuss people out. I don't do that because I feel like there's certain things that some people say cuss them. Go on, cuss them. Go on, do this and go on, do that. But I feel that there's certain things that you should do. When you got a lot of eyes on you, you should act a certain kind of way. Even with not a lot of eyes on you, you should act a certain kind of way. So that's me. I try to stay professional at all times. Stuff I want to say, yeah, but I don't say it. And that's even on Facebook posts or anything like that. I have a light that shines and people look at me. So I don't do and say everything on Facebook. But back to the aggressive. It was real intense and real aggressive onto what I said. Never did I cuss one time, but it was aggressive. Don't you know within you, when you upset, you can say some powerful things without cussing, and it'll cut people up. So that's what I did. I went off bad. And I know I did. I know I did because I was tired. And I was going through when I really needed somebody. But the BS that was said and that was spread around hurt me to the core. So I did. Yes, I did. I shot off bad. But as I think about things that I said when I was mad, going off, it still wasn't too bad to the fact that it made a person feel like I was cussing them out, because I did not do that. And it comes to find out, after that was done, things that were done, I began to look like the monster. They wanted to make it seem like I was the monster. And they was hurt, but they were the ones that did it. They were the ones that said it. But they put it around till it's if I was a monster. Now, do I care? No, because you can't take away from my character, because you know, people know who I am. People know the type person I am. Will I go from 0 to 1,000 quick? I will. That's why I choose not to be in those type of situations that will take me there. Now, will I take a lot? I will take a lot. But when I'm pushed in a corner, I'm coming out fighting. That's just how I am. And I've been like that for years. That's why I don't get involved in a lot of different things. If I consider you a friend, you better know you're a friend indeed. Because I don't trust a lot of people. I don't, because I know what was said in them rooms. I know what was said here and there and what was done against people and against me. I know what was done. Because, first of all, I have a spirit of discernment. Second of all, I've heard it. I've been there. So I know. But you can talk so aggressive to people feel that they've been cussed out. And they'll spread the rumor that you did it. He cussed me out. He talked to me real bad, like I was nothing. But did you tell what you did? Did you say what you did? No. But I'm going to tell you what pissed me off and what took me there is because when I consider you a friend, when I consider you somebody that I can let my guards down with, and then you do that to me, not one time, but the second time, oh, it's hell. It's straight up hell. That's why Marqee of Soul don't be in cliques. That's why Marqee of Soul ain't no flunky. I don't run behind folk. That's why Marqee of Soul can't be bought. I don't care how much money you got. You ain't finna treat me like no mess. You ain't finna, I don't care. Do what you do. God take good care of me. I wouldn't care nothing about all that. So that's why I choose. But I've seen people do things not knowing the whole situation, just knowing what they were told about the situation and about any situation it has to do. And they formed a team. They formed a big team. And I'm glad that you did, because you just exposed a lot of the Marqee of Soul. And you made other folk like him, but you made your flunkies back up. And that's all right with me. I don't care. I really don't care, because a few things that them cars out there, you ain't buying them. You don't pay no notes on them. And the house, you do none of that. Clothes, no. So that don't matter to me about the folk, because I do know that God takes good care of me. And only thing I had to do about it was pray about it. Now, did I go off? Of course I did. I went off bad because I felt betrayed. My feelings were hurt. I was cut real bad to the core because of the things that were said by whom it was said from. I was cut. And so therefore, that's when the pain came. I couldn't hold back. There was nothing but I did not cuss. I did not cuss. You can be aggressive and not cuss. You can be aggressive and still be saved. You can be aggressive and still be a professional. Everything ain't about cussing and coming out of character. Everything ain't about that. Your character should speak for itself. Let your character speak for itself. I don't care what it is. There's nothing you can say about Marqee of Soul that will stick about me doing wrong, because you never seen anything. Everything that you saw, I let you in on, it was professional and right. I try to live an upright life because people look at me. I'm the only Bible that some people have. I'm the only church that people get. When people see me, I wanted them to see God. But when you mess around to try to assassinate my character, you can't do it because God built me. He was the one that did it. God did it for me. So there's no way you can tear me down with the lies or whatever you tried. I don't know what you tried. I don't care. That's irrelevant to me. Only thing I know is I look up and I see a lot of things going on that wasn't going on till after the situation. That's when I seen lots going on. So that lets me know that there was a lot that was said. Yeah, there was a lot that was said. But that's enough about me. I want to talk about being aggressive. You can be aggressive and not cuss folk out. Do it make you feel better if you cuss somebody out? I'm sure it do. I'm sure it do. I'm going to tell you one time. I was on my way to Wichita, Kansas to sing and to do a show. On my way to Wichita, Kansas to sing and do a show. Got up to the toll. And the lady happened to let everybody else by, but then when we got up there, she stopped us. So me, I shut off. Cussed out and everything. Shut off. And I got past the toll and the police pulled me over. Did they have a reason to pull me over? No. But they pulled me over in Wichita, Kansas with no cause at all and wanted to give me a ticket. It said my top light wasn't working on my truck, which that was a lie. I've never witnessed no problem whatsoever on my truck. But the police pulled me over and was going to give me a ticket. Asked for my license and registration. At the time, and insurance. At the time, I don't believe I had insurance on my car. But let me tell you about Favor. He set me in the front of the police car, in the front seat. And as he came, sat back down, and he was checking everything, I said, "Hey, sir, I'm the Marqee of Soul." I said, "I'm heading up here to Wichita, Kansas to sing and to do a show." He said, "What?" He said, "Where your ID or where your insurance at?" I said, "Man, I ain't got no." I said, "It's in the glove compartment." That's what I said. It's in the glove compartment. So the other folks still sitting in the truck. They sitting in the truck, but I'm over back there in the police truck. I'm in the police truck. And I told him that it was in a glove compartment. He got out and went and looked at it. I knew I didn't have no insurance. I knew I didn't have none. But I told him that it was in there. So when he came back, and he was like, "Where you say you going?" I said, "Well, I'm going to Wichita, Kansas. I got to sing Wichita, Kansas." I think it was me, Anita Love, Melvino. It was about 4 of us. And so he said, "If you can show me you singing, I'll let y'all go." I said, "What do you want me to show you? You want to see it on my phone?" I said, "No." He said, "Put it inside this computer right here." And I put it in there and pulled up a video and showed him me singing. And he let us go. And we got on to Wichita, Kansas. And we did what we did, and we came on back. But let me also tell you about this, since we're talking about Wichita, Kansas. How God will be your protector. Before we left, my truck was doing some wobbling. I went and sat in front of the wheel alignment place till they opened. And I was going to sit there until they fix and do me a wheel alignment on the car. No, first I went to the tire place. Asked them to check all the tires all the way around, make sure everything was good. They checked all the tires, they say. And then I went to the wheel alignment place to see about a wheel alignment. And I sat there till they opened. They had a few cars before me. I just left. So I left, and I went on, and we picked up everybody to go. We went on and did what we had to do, and we came on back all of them miles. All of them miles. And guess what? I had a bolt on the inside of my tire where the tire was going real bad. And I got it back home, took it to another tire shop, and they saw it and changed it. Don't you know something really bad could have happened and should have happened? But because you're favored by God, God protected, shield and protect people, and you, because you shield and protected by God. Anyway, that was that thing about that. But being aggressive, but not cussing. You can be aggressive and not have to use profane language. Not having to use profane language. But what you can do is you can state your point. State your point. And then the thing about the whole thing about me is after I said what I said, they called back and I still answered. And I said what I said again. And that time they said, I'm done. And I'm done to me mean no more nothing. Conversation, no more nothing, this and that, it's over with. And so I said, okay. If that's the way it is, that's the way it is. I just gave it up and I prayed about it. And I went on, but I was aggressive. I was aggressive. Real bad. I'm talking about real bad. But I never I never cussed at all. Never cussed at all. I talked about character. Their character. And it must have shook them because it was true about the character of the people. Should I call names? I will never do that until I'm really pissed on calling names. But it was a lot building up to that. And I have taken a lot of stuff before I got to that level. So I recommend to you all, don't take things, but don't cuss them out. Just talk aggressive to them. You ain't got to cuss to get your point across. You can talk aggressive to people and they'll understand you just fine. That's what I did. I talked real aggressive about it. And I saw a lot of things after that. I saw people include make a butthole out of people. I've seen that. I've seen all kinds of stuff, man. People wagging their tail, running around here, pulling on this and that. I've seen it, man. I've seen a lot of this little stuff going on. But you know what? Because I'm at peace. I'm at peace in my mind, and about whatever happened, I'm being blessed. I am better in my life now than I was before. I don't have to worry about certain things no more. I don't have to worry about that because I got peace. And sometimes when you be aggressive and people see your aggressiveness, they know that you're not for the bull. What's going on, Ray Davis? What's going on? They know that you're not with the bull. Ray, I want you to try to come down here for my Blue ICU Soul and Blues show in March 14th. If you get a chance, come on down here and check it out. What's up, man? I ain't worried about a thing, Doc. You sure know what to say, Chris. I ain't worried about a thing. I'm doing good. I'm all right. I went through, let me tell you this, since we're talking, do you actually think in your little pea brain that I worry about anything you say, or you try to discredit me or my character and hurt me? Do you think I can be hurt anymore after losing 4 children? Ain't nothing you can say to hurt me. Ain't nothing you little old pea brain peoples can do that's flocking together as a team to do to me that will hurt me. I've been through the hurt. I've been through the storm. Next sermon I'm going to preach is, can you stand the rain? That's what I'm going to preach for them, Chris. Can you stand the rain? That's what I'm going to preach my next sermon. I preach at the church. Listen, that ain't nothing. I know how to talk to a person. And sometimes you ain't even really got to be aggressive. You can talk intelligent to people, and that will cut them to the core. You ain't got to cuss nobody out. You ain't got to always cuss nobody out. You can talk intelligent to folk, and they'll say, you hurt their feelings. You can talk aggressive to folk without cussing them out, and they'll say, you hurt their feelings. You did this or you did that. No, what's going to hurt your feeling when God knock your eye skin off? That's what's going to hurt your feeling. When God deal with you, that's what hurt you. Right there. Right there. It's all right. And then I see little old posts that people do or whatever, trying to shoot shot and shades and all that. I look at that garbage and I be like, oh, God, have mercy. Look at them little old people. Because you look small. You look real small. You look small. I had a person tell me, yeah, a while ago, oh, you just arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm humble. And you know it yourself. I'm humble. I'm humble. But the Bible tell you don't worry about nothing. Don't worry about man because they'll let you down. So if the words say that, you think I'm going to sit up here and worry about something by a man? No, Lord, men will let you down. I also said the bird, don't even worry about it, what it's going to eat. Isn't that something? So men will let you down. And you know what? Let me tell you the part about it was I had already known the whole situation. TAC is telling people to go here in a way that will look forward to the trip. And you're right. You're right, Dad. Yes, you're right. But I'm going to tell you something. It's, when things are already going to be a certain kind of way, because if they did it one time, guess what? They're going to do it again. It's repetition. And if you didn't see no change with you dealing with them, Doc, they're going to do it to you real soon. They're going to do it to you real soon. That's why when you get to that level and you have to be aggressive without cussing folk out, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Get you some peace of mind. Get you some peace of mind. But I knew already what was. Listen, let me tell y'all something. God has given me 51 years around the sun. Ain't nothing gonna get past me. I know your habits. I know how you do things. I know what you say. I know how you feel about people, how you talk about people, how you done this and done that. There's nothing that can get past on me, baby. I knew already. It just was a matter of time. It was a matter of time, but I was aggressive and I never cussed. Not one time did I never cuss. That's because I know how to keep it professional and keep it 100, as homeboy said. Keep it 100. You have to. But have I been through a lot of letdown? Oh, yeah. But I keep on pushing because pushing is what get me to where I am today. And I'm grateful. I got to keep on pushing, y'all. I got to. It seemed like, let me tell you something too. Holding on to certain things will block doors for you. Okay, baby. Holding on to certain things will block doors for you. When I let a certain thing go, so many doors open. And I knew that already, that things can block you and keep you from going there. But I tried to do it my way. And doing it your way just don't work. It don't work doing it our way. We got to do it God's way. Do it the right way. But when you do and you let go of that thing, so many doors. I got calls after calls. I got this, I got that, or whatever. But I held on to some stuff for a long period of time. And I knew I wasn't supposed to. I was warned. I was warned before about a certain situation. And then I got attacked. Well, my family got attacked. But I was warned by this very spiritual lady that I know. Very, very spiritual lady that I know. She said, you better right now before it be too late. I ain't going to say exactly what she said, but she said, you better before it be too late. And I was like, oh, Lord, what do you mean? Then she told me about the dream that she had and how the enemy was at her door and ran over the bar and snatched the cover off her head and tried to take her out. And I'd be doggone 2 weeks after that. 2 weeks after that, that enemy attacks in my household after she told me that. But she told me that I had to do something. And I didn't do it. You get warning before destruction if you didn't know. People will warn you about a situation. And if it's right, if you feel the right in your heart that they right and in your mind that they right, then by golly, they are right. If they telling you this. But if you choose to do what you want to do and it's not lining up and right with God, all hell gonna break loose. All hell gonna break loose. And those things you were thinking that were done behind your back and was said, you better believe they were. They were done and said. They were done and said. So what are you saying? I'm saying, hey, you can be aggressive and not cuss people out. You can be real aggressive. And I watched a lot of stuff and I learned a lot of stuff off of the legendary, my dad, he be so professional and so articulate on the post till, man, it cut like a sword, but it's the honest to God's truth. If people would just take a listen and look at to what's going on, it's the honest to God's truth. And if you read something or you hear something on this Facebook and then you say, ouch, you need to change it. You need to change it. You need to change it. Don't stay in the same place. Let's change it. If your side of the story was told, it'd be a whole lot different. If your side of the story was told. A lot of times your story don't get told because you choose to be quiet about it. So a lot of people never know your side of the story and they jump on the side that they hear. And they be wrong as four left shoes. Wrong as four left shoes, but they jump on the bandwagon. And I did a live video years ago, a few years ago, to say, hey, you're going to allow them people send you to hell right with them. They will die doing the wrong thing, and you'll be following them. I did a video like that a few years ago. And I see to it to being true. People would follow the wrong things like we doing now in this old thing we call other world, united, whatever it is. It's really crazy. But people will follow the wrong thing than to do right. And even with this video post tonight, some dummies gonna get on this post and take it the wrong way and get on here and go gossip about it. I don't care, first of all. This is a learning tool. That's what I get on here to try to teach y'all, that you can be aggressive and not cuss folk out. And stop going around telling folks that somebody talked to you real bad, cussing you out and all that kind of stuff. Don't do that. No. But people going to say anything, try to make it look bad. They're going to say anything they can to try to pull you down and make you look bad. But it's all right. When a person know your character, when people know your character, they should stand on what they know about you. Stand on that character. And don't let nobody tell them nothing else that will detour them to thinking any other kind of way when they know your character. That's gonna be my next. I might do that in the morning on my way to work. Stand on character. Yeah, I think I'll do that one tomorrow. Standing on character when somebody know your character. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. But listen, I'm gonna get ready to get off here because I said what I had to say. You can be aggressive and not cuss. You can be aggressive. There was a sermon that I heard years ago that says, saved but not delivered. What do that mean? That means I'm saved. I trust God. I love God with all my heart. I do. I do. But I will cuss you out. I will beat you down. You do anything to me, I'm going to do something to you. That's what saved but not delivered means. I've heard that sermon years ago. A lot of times people be saved, but you take them to that level. I was watching on Instagram yesterday, how the young man was up there and he was trying to read the Bible to this cocken. He was trying to read the Bible to him, and he had the cocken got mad at him and pulled out his boom boom. So once he pulled out his boom boom, the cocken said, "Can I read to you?" And the dude said, "Hey, peace and blessing to you too." And so the black man said, "Hey, man, let me read to you." He said, "No." And so now, mind you, he trying to read the Bible. He quiet. He not even causing no problem. He just trying to read the Bible to the man. He's minding his own business. But this cock'em, he come and pulled his gun. Then he got aggressive with the man. I'm talking about too aggressive. He put the gun to the man's head. And when he put the gun to the man's head, this man that was trying to read the Bible to him knocked his socks off and took the gun and beat him and told him, "You going on, go, 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 go." That's what I mean about being saved but not delivered. The man had tried to be nice and tried to read the Bible to him. But this cockers come with this gun and tried to pull it on the man. And he pulled the thing on the man. And before I know it, this black man had them pluck this cockers. And then boom, 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 this cockers with this thing here. Not with his gun. He took the gun, but he beat him with it and told him, "Now you licking." And he went to cussing after that. But he was calm. He was minding his own business. Minding his own business. He was saved, I think it was. He was trying to read the Bible. He was talking about Job. And so by he talking about Job, or whatever, the cockers, I want to say Caucasian, but that man will say cockers, got mad and pulled his gun out on Instagram. So that's what I'm saying. You can be saved, but not delivered from things. This man, if he would have just went on about his business, he wouldn't have been leaking. But he didn't go about his business. He began to mess with this man. This cockers pulled the gun out on him. But he showed him something. He sure did. Told him to go on about your business. So back to being aggressive but not cussing. You saved but not delivered. You can be saved and still let somebody have it. You hear me? You be saved and let them have it. You ain't got to cuss them out. You ain't got to come out of character, but you can let them have it. It said pray. You got two cheeks. Yeah. You pray. Yeah. Pray over here, pray over there. But after that, you got to let them have it sometime without being out of your character, cussing and acting a fool. So what are you saying, Marqee? I'm saying you can talk to somebody aggressive if they done took you there. But right now these times crazy. DYN doing everything. They ain't doing too much now because of down here in Memphis, they got to deal with Marsh and all these people's here and all that. And if they do, they've thrown out their mind. They do some crazy stuff. "Hey, honey, I'm doing good." And if they do some crazy stuff down here now, they thrown out of their mind. And then they went on down to Mississippi. Them U.S. Marshals and all them now. So they DYN do some crazy stuff now. Yeah, we're going to see what's going to happen to you because y'all saw what Pam Bondi said all that on the TV. So anyway, it is what it is. Y'all can be aggressive, but you ain't got to cut. That's what I was. I was aggressive. Real aggressive, man. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to tell you, everybody got it in them. I don't know no person that ain't got no act crazy in them. I don't know no person that ain't got it in them. Everybody got a little taste of act crazy in them. Everybody. And see, and I stay away because I love people from a distance sometimes when I know what type of person you are. I love you from a distance. But if I let you get up on me as to being a friend or a close friend, then you betray me, and you cut me, You cross me, ain't no telling what kind of bag I'm gonna come out of. And that's you too. You don't know what kind of bag you're gonna come out of. But I do know that we all have feelings. We all got feelings. I'm gonna get off here tonight. God bless y'all real good. Being aggressive, but not cussing. All right. Talk to you real soon. Thank you. Love you for real. See you next time. Probably in the morning. We're talking about character. All right. Bye-bye now.